Hey there, it's Sunday. Yay. Oh, y'all, I'm having one of those days, and apparently I'm not the only one having days like this because I was just watching Mary's video, and it sounds like she's having a kind of a rough, like, something, things are just off, and things aren't going right, and things are just blah, and I'm having one of those days today, y'all. I'm so tired. I swear, I just feel like I've hardly slept in weeks. And, I mean, I have, but I don't feel like I'm getting really good rest, good sleep. So, I just feel kind of just really drained, really tired, and I'm frustrated today. It's just one of those days, it was like, it started out okay. But then it was like I had something I was trying to do because I've got a subscription for something, and I had actually canceled it, but then I thought about it again, and I was like, well, no, I should really keep it, but I should change my payment method, So I go on there to do that, and it didn't change it the way it was supposed to, and then I was like having to contact these people and try to figure it out, and then they're telling me all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god. It's just, I basically got nowhere, and I spent probably 2 hours talking with this person, doing a chat thing on the laptop, and it was just this long drawn out thing with really no good resolution to it. So I'm like trying to figure out what to do with that. And it's just like, because it's coming up to where it's like I've already paid through the 23rd of this month. So I still have the subscription, but if I cancel it, then I'm not sure if I should start over with it and do it differently. I'm just, oh, y'all. Oh, I hate dealing with things like this. It's just one of those things that I just really don't like to deal with. Like, I don't like making phone calls, and being able to talk to somebody online is better for me because then I don't have to actually talk to the person. But it's challenging because I'm not good at typing. I never learned to type, so I'm one of those kind of hunt and peck people, So I have a hard time typing what it is I'm trying to say, and because it takes me a while, they think that I'm either gone or, have resolved the problem or, something, I don't know. So I'm like sitting there trying to type, and my keys on my laptop have worn off. Some of them have worn off. And since I'm not a typer and never really learned that stuff, I can't remember sometimes what key that is that I'm typing. So I type it thinking it's one letter when it's really a different letter. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh. So yeah. And today has been kind of up and down with the boys in there with Oscar and Poppy. It's like they haven't been fighting or anything like that, but it's like I can't tell, Oscar's been a little moody himself, which has me paranoid. So it's like that's throwing me off too, because I'm trying to be optimistic, y'all. I really am. I'm trying to not get sucked into worry and fear and all of that kind of stuff, because it's not going to help anything and it won't change anything, except for make things worse. So I'm trying not to do that, but at the same time, it's like I've gone through so much stuff recently that any little thing that is off, any little thing that's not right, and I'm just like, please let Oscar be okay, I mean, it's, I mean, he acts like he's okay, but then again, I can't tell. Is he just tired? Because this kitten has been running him around a lot more, and he's been actually being more active than normal. Maybe that's all it is, which I hope. You know, because like I was telling you before, when he gets together with Lightning, he runs and he'll play and wrestle with Lightning, but Lightning is usually finished in like a minute, 2 minutes max usually, and he's ready to go. So even though Oscar is playing and stuff, it's not for very long, and he wants to keep playing. Well, now he's got this kitten that wants to keep playing and playing and playing, and I don't know, maybe because Oscar's not used to playing for a long time, he gets tired or something. I don't know. What is that sound? Oh, I'm like, what is that sound? It's like I've got that 24-hour live thing of a fireplace going over there. Not because I'm cold or anything. It's actually starting to warm up now, so it's getting ready to turn into hotter season. Ugh. I have that on so that my laptop doesn't shut down. Because usually, I was making videos before where inevitably, as soon as I would be making my video, that would shut down because it was inactive. And so you'd hear it on the thing. And I still haven't oiled that gate. So we could hear the gate at any minute now, too. It's highly possible. Oh, y'all. I really think I'm going to have to either take like a long hot shower or something, because I just feel like I need to de-stress, because that dealing with that thing online, that just really overstresses me. And I think, and now that I've learned more about this whole autistic thing, you know, I can understand a little better now why things like that really I struggle with, and why I get so overwhelmed really easily with it. I mean, within minutes, let alone 2 hours of it, but you know, within minutes I feel this overwhelmed feeling, and it drains me. It just drains me. God. So yeah, I'm having one of those days, y'all. I know everybody's had them. Everybody gets them. Everybody has these days where you just, it's like there's not really a specific thing that I can pinpoint, you know, as to why I feel like this, but I feel kind of like blah and kind of emotional and moody and, you know, all these different things combined, and it's kind of a lot. I'm just like, ugh. So yeah. So I'm not trying to be a depressing person today. I'm really not. Just having one of those days, and it made me feel a little bit better when I was watching Mary's video, because I was thinking earlier, I'm like, I wonder how Mary would handle this, because, you know, whenever she gets stressed out or whatever, she always usually has something, that doesn't sound right, that's not right, that's a contradiction, she always usually, in most cases, I'll put it that way, in most cases, she has some type of positive outlook, you know, and says something that's like, okay, you know, I can handle this and I can get through this. And, you know, there's things you can do to help yourself get through crap that gets on your nerves or stresses you out or whatever it is. And I think for me, it's just kind of a conglomeration of a lot of stuff that's starting to just pile up. It's been like, you know, building up over time. Hang on one second. All right, sorry about that. I grabbed what's left. There's really not anything left. This is actually cinnamon water. Let me tell you about that. You know, I mentioned before that I'm doing that 7-minute one and done workout, because I've not worked out in a long time. I'm really out of shape and I need to take it easy. And 7 minutes is about all I can handle at this point. So anyway, I've been doing that workout. Well, she also has little things that come up sometimes, the girl that does it. She has things come up sometimes where she gives like tips on things. And she had mentioned that a great way to boost your metabolism is by adding a teaspoon of cinnamon to your water. Well, the other day I tried that, and as I was mixing it, which is really hard to do when you're using cinnamon powder, it's very hard to mix with water. It just kind of wants to float on the top, so you have to really mix it a lot. And even then, it doesn't really completely like dissolve or anything. I mixed it up and I'm like, ugh. But because I put it in here, I don't have to look at it. But I was surprised when I tasted it at how delicious it actually was. I was shocked. I really was. I did not think that I would like it. I thought, I'm going to waste an entire teaspoon of cinnamon and a whole thing of water and ice, because this is probably going to be disgusting, because it looks disgusting. But surprisingly, it actually is very tasty. And so I've been having one of these every day since I started doing, about 3 days now, I think. I've been having at least, one of these a day. I don't know if it's helping boost my metabolism or not, but I know that there are some very good things that you can derive from cinnamon. I've heard that many times about other things, that it's very good for you. So I figure, well, what the heck, why not? It'll change it up so it's not just boring water. And for God, 2 years straight, all I ever put in my water was this packet of orange-flavored electrolytes, which I really loved, but that's all I ever had, and so I kind of got a little tired of it. And then I changed to these little pod-type things that you are supposed to pop onto like a water bottle, and you shake it up, and it's like a drink mix that's got collagen and stuff in it. I've talked about it in some videos that I did on my other channel. But anyway, but I kind of, after a little bit, I was thinking, this is just too sweet. And it kind of had that aftertaste like aspartame, and I just cannot, I'm sorry, but I really do not like the taste of aspartame, and that stuff is like poison from everything I've read about it and heard about it. It is not good for you. And I mean, I'm not trying to, tell anybody what they should do or anything like that. I personally just do not like it. I usually can tell when I'm drinking something if it's got aspartame in it, because it has a distinct taste to me. And so I quit getting those because they were kind of expensive. And it was just too sweet. And I even tried using less of it in my water, but even then it just didn't taste right. It still had that funky aftertaste, so I said, nah. So then it was like, okay, well, what am I going to mix with this? But now, at least for now, I'm going to try doing the cinnamon thing for a while until I get bored with it, because I'll probably get bored with it. I'll probably get to a point where it's like, okay, I've had enough of that, and I'm ready to switch to something else. But I don't know. Maybe it'll be good for me in some way, and I would love it if it would boost my metabolism. I wish it would give me energy, because I could use some right now. I mean, luckily, I got my dishes done. I got my errands done that I was going to do today. So, I mean, I did get some things done, but I've really got to do laundry. And I'm just hoping the weather's nice tomorrow. This cat is just, Poppy, he is just running all over the place. If you hear a bunch of weird noises, it's him running around. Just, hey. Oh, that lightning. Oh, and that's getting tiring too, trying to pick up everything, to let lightning come in, putting the cat, putting Poppy in the tent, all that stuff. That's tiring. Because every time lightning shows up, I do that. I let him come in. A couple of times he's played with Oscar for a few minutes, and then most of the time he just wants to either go over there and sniff around at the kitten, and then wants to spray on the tent, or he just wants to eat something, which I don't leave the food down. So now when he comes in, there's no food or water down in here. I put it outside for him to have out there to keep him away, from eating and drinking, Poppy having something after him or whatever. So I have to be really careful, and I have to do this whole routine every time I let him in. And I don't mind if he's coming in and he's playing and stuff, because that's why I'm letting him in. so that he and Oscar can play with each other. Don't jump up there. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to hurt yourself. Lord, get down from there. You know, Poppy's wanting to climb up the fan, and the fan is on. It's like, oh, God. Yeah, it's like having a toddler or something, I guess. I mean, I've never had kids, so I'm not trying to compare. I can't compare because I've never had a child. I'm used to babysit and stuff, so I know it's like, I just cannot. So it's a good thing I didn't. But it's like you're just constantly having to pay attention to what this little child is doing, because it's running, you know, he's running around checking everything out, being curious about everything, wanting to look at everything, and he always wants to go in the very places you don't want him to be. So, okay. I was looking at that, and it's like, because I don't have my reading glasses on, everything's blurry. So it's like, I probably look really horrid right now because I can't see what I look like. And it's got a little thing on here that shows me how long I've been talking. And it looked like it said 31 minutes, but it's not. You probably feel like it's been 31 minutes, though. You're like, oh. I'm sorry, y'all. But I appreciate if you're sticking around listening to all this nonsense stuff. It's just me babbling. Just babbling about shit that's on my mind. It is. Oh. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I take a nice hot shower or something, maybe that'll relax me some. But the thing is oh God, I've already had a shower today, for one. Two, I need to make a video. I did not make an ASMR video last night. I couldn't do it. There was a concert or something going on somewhere around here, and so the music was pumping until all hours, and I was so tired that I was like, okay, I guess tonight's not the night for making this video, because I couldn't do it. I don't hear a concert tonight, so maybe it's possible, but of course I'm so tired that I'm going to look like a zombie in the video, which I probably look like a zombie right now. I'm sure I do. I have no doubt. Oh, if only I had this child's energy. See, he sprinted out of the tunnel. He came over, took like one bite of cat food, and now he's going back over here by the tunnel again. That's how he eats. He seems to mostly just, you know, except for in the morning, he'll kind of eat more, but he likes to just eat a little here and a little there and kind of spread it out throughout the day, which that's fine because he doesn't seem to be overeating at all. Now he's playing with, he's playing with a piece of cat food. He's a nut. But oh my gosh, the battle scars continue. I just keep getting more and more scratches all over my legs because he will just come from nowhere. And all of a sudden, I'll be like, ah. He's like grabbed a hold of my leg and is climbing his way up. And I found out 2 nights ago that I cannot sleep like I normally do if he's going to be out. Because ordinarily, I sleep on the edge of the bed. I don't know why. I've done it my whole life. I literally sleep on the edge of the bed. Basically in one spot on my side. And I really can't do that if he's out. Because the other night, I was laying there with my eyes closed, trying to go to sleep. And was rudely awakened by him leaping onto the bed and onto my face. And he kind of nicked me a little bit, not enough to make a scratch, but I'm like, oh my God, you know, he could have like clawed my eye out or something. And I just thought, oh dear Lord, oh God. So yeah, I got to start changing my sleeping habits if he's going to be out, because he is just like, he takes flying leaps from out of nowhere to do stuff. So, yeah, it's an adventure. I'm having an adventure right now. And I'm hoping that it will, you know, maybe tomorrow will be better for everybody. Because who knows, you know, animals pick up on our moods. And so, you know, maybe Oscar's picking up on my mood and is kind of rubbing off on him in some way. Having an effect on him. I hope that's all it is, because I don't want to be worrying I've just got too many things that I'm trying to focus on right now, and worrying is not one of those. So I need to not be doing that. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and maybe tomorrow I'll be a little more upbeat, I'm hoping. I hope I'll have more energy, it won't look like a zombie, and we'll hopefully have something more exciting to talk about. So thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again later.